series addressing social justice exclusively on 2K TV.
Here's Trae Young with More Than a Vote.
Knowing that there's kids that look up to me, and there's kids that shoot deep threes, and I mean, say my name when they shoot, it's definitely humbling, and it's also motivating.
Traffic making its way across the Bay Bridge between San Francisco and Oakland, California. Hi and welcome, everyone. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there at Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Chris in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's stolen by Curry. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. And Thompson throws it down.
Good vision from Steph. But for that play to work, you also have to get open. Steph put it on the money.
And we hear a player's attacking rehab. You know, Greg, by all accounts, Clay took it to another level.
He said he hadn't stopped working since the 3rd day after the NBA Finals. There was even some talk of him coming back toward the end of the year. But the Warriors quickly shut that down, knowing how much he means to this franchise.
They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Just 5 on the clock. Beverley, the pass to Morris. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
Here's Curry, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And here's Morris for 3. Again, the miss by Morris.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Green, no luck.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Out to Morris. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Back to Curry. And there's the pass to Chris. Now here's Wiggins. Thompson outside. Yep, that one goes. Thompson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Easy to see why Thompson is an all-star caliber player. Phenomenal at getting shots to go despite contact.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Begins with the block. Curry against Beverley to the inside. Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Got to pay attention to Thompson. He can sky up for those slams.
Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. George passes to Zubac, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Wiggins finds Curry. Knocked away. Back to Wiggins. Thompson outside. Fires for 3. Paul George grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court over Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. All alone, and Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Now here's Curry. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. That one, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Pass to Beverley. Back to George. Zubats with it. Outside for George. Lets it go with a three. Cans it from downtown.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
On the wing, Thompson. Everly with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Morris dishes to Leonard. Back to Morris. Thompson with it. George picks him up. Chris kicks to Curry. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 7 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Over in the corner, Zubats. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the middle. Kicks it out to Leonard. Curry with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Thompson. The rebound by Paul George. Now Zubats. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Right side, Green. Haskell with the steal. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
So for the Clippers right now, Andrew Shamet is out there with Green. And there's Jackson. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Williams at the shooting guard position.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Down low. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Nice to see Looney getting involved with the slam there. An athletic player who provides some muscle for them around the rim.
Harrell, the pass to Green. Shamet kicks to Williams. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Passes it to Jackson. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Harrell. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Green, no luck. Warriors leading by 8. Pass to Poole. Here's Toscano. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Feeds it to Harrell. And stolen by Wiggins. To the left wing. That's tipped. Toscano passes to Pascal. Shoots a fader. No good off the back of the rim.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme. The Warriors took a big chance on trading for Wiggins. The Wolves were so desperate to get rid of his contract, they added a top 3 protected first-round pick into the package.
Here's Poole, and he banks in the layup. Poole's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Warriors. Shamet finds Harrell, outside Jackson. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game.
And the Warriors, in their own right, got rid of D'Angelo Russell's huge contract, but the deal was also about fit.
It was, G.A. At the time, they were looking for a small forward, and Andrew Wiggins put them in the mind of a Harrison Barnes. He's more athletic, though. And then for the Wolves, D'Angelo Russell was a guy they needed in the backcourt. Interesting to see how both these guys' career end up.
Jackson comes over with the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Over to the left wing. Lock at 6. Poole, the pass to Smailagic. The Clippers grab the miss. Inside. And it's Harrell missing. Warriors leading by 6. And slam dunk by Pascal.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Outside Jackson, and the pass to Shamet. Stephen Curry's checked in for Kevon Looney. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Beverley finds Harrell. It doesn't go for him. The Warriors have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Curry way outside. Warriors the rebound. Pass to Toscano. To the wing on the left. Here's Poole. George against Curry. Over George. Curry can't get it to go. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Beverley, the pass to Harrell. And contact. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Chris kicks to Pascal. Curry passes to Chris. And Chris throws it down.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
Out to the right wing. To the paint. Back to Beverley. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Green passes to Thompson. Oh, good with the triple. And so it's the Golden State Warriors.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and so it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have an 8-point lead. Shaq, what are your thoughts? Thanks for joining us, folks.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. That's the Warriors 5. Passes it to George. High post, Zubac. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. You know, I think they're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son's a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds.
For this team, Draymond's a true necessity. Does all the little things. Everyone understands how important he is on both ends.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for George. Williams with the steal. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his third foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Back to Green. Out to Morris. The tray. They get it back. Pass to Shamet. It's stolen by Curry. Thompson outside. Outside, Green. Here's Curry. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Curry. Thompson's got 8 points.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Shamet the pass to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And here we go. Warriors running again. On the wing, Thompson. To the inside. Looney. Great D that time from Green. Clippers trail by 16.
And looking at Curry's stats, one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
And here's Golden State. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Inside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Warriors lead by 18.
You have to remember, Thompson's grown up in a system where sharing the ball is emphasized.
Now the pass to Morris. Stolen by Thompson. On its way from Curry for 2. Wiggins kicks to Curry. Morris with the rebound. And those rebounding numbers, GA, just speak to Curry's overall impact.
And when you look at Steph's size and the amount of time he spends on the perimeter, there's no way he should be cleaning the glass like that. But you can't teach heart and you can't teach instinct, and he has both.
Wiggins dishes to Curry. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Back to Green. Curry on the wing. The three-pointer no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 18. Here's Jackson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Green, the pass to Thompson. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. And the Warriors miss again. Clippers trail by 16, all by himself. Finished off the break.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
And here is Curry. He's got 13. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bowman's checked in.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. And that one's good. Beverly.
I love this about Patrick Beverly. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
Now here's Curry. Fires from deep. Can't hit that one. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He's been a major threat from three-point range. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Harrell is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the one spot. Warriors leading by 14. Here's Poole. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Left side, George. Harrell finds Beverly. And here is Zubac. Back to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And he comes up with the deuce.
Stephen Curry's catch-and-shoot jump shot is one of the quickest in the league.
Passes it to Beverly. Curry with the bounce pass. And the call. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. Let's see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers trail by 14. He kicks it to Harrell. Back to George. Beverly finds Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 to shoot. And Eric Paschall picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Golden State on D. They led by as many as 18 points. Curry with the steal.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Stephen Curry is so dangerous in the open floor. Nice finish.
Harrell kicks to Leonard. Zubac with it. Now George. Back to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. And stolen by Chris. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Thompson is lightning quick in the open floor. Terrific at running the court from end to end.
George passes to Leonard. Floats it up there for Harrell. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Curry. And the shot goes in. Curry's got 21.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
It's Thompson off the drive. The pass to Pascal. Here's Toscano. He's covered by Leonard. Pascal against Beverly. Here's Chris. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard the pass to Harrell. George against Pascal. Back to George. And the layup's good off the glass.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
Boy, it was amazing the level of chaos he caused. Challenging ball handlers, getting into passing lanes, racking up a number of steals that helped demoralize his opponent.
And George with the stuff.
Bringing the intensity on the glass. If Paul George is out there, he's going to give it his all.
Curry with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Chris pass to Toscano. Now Chris. To the left side wing. Clock at 4. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Zubats.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Harrell kicks to George. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Poked away. Pascal with the steal. The drive by Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
So we see the Warriors taking the game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith.
more fuel and it's something that motivates me because I know I'm representing more than just myself. My name is Trae Young, and I'm voting in this upcoming election. Being a point guard and having to be a leader, it kind of forces you to think of a lot of things on the court. You're not only focused on your job, but you're also focused on everybody else around you, and it really molds you into being a leader.
That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room.
Kevin, thanks very much. We have all heard the rumors regarding Kyrie Irving's.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubac in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Now here's Beverley. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And he makes that one.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Irving dishes to Allen. Stolen by Zubac. Here's George. Leonard the pass to Morris. George against Dinwiddie. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Irving with it. Dinwiddie outside. Paul George with the steal. Here's Beverley. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, we've talked about, you know, George is athletic. He's long, and he's got really long arms, which helps him as a defender, and that allows him to clog up passing lanes and come up with steals, too.
Here's Allen. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Here's Morris. The pass to Zubac. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Beverley against Irving. Here's Allen. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, exhibiting toughness right there and persistence. Allen might have been fouled on that inside basket.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Now here's Beverley. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Passes to George. A 3 from Leonard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 7 points.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start. And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing. And when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 5 points in the game.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Williams. A nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that one's good. Shamet.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Nets trail by 6. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Durant, and KD throws it down.
How do you stop Durant on the drive? I mean, this guy is mobile, he's long, and he's got tremendous ball skills.
Now here's Williams. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Dinwiddie right side. He dishes it to Jordan. Prince outside. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. A 3 from Morris. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Harris with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Jordan, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, Jordan, to me, is one of the more reliable bigs in the league. He takes a lot of punishment and rarely takes a night off.
Luwawu is checked in for Durant. And then for the Clippers, Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Leonard. Now here's Jackson. Harrell finds Jackson. Back to Harrell. And stolen by Jordan. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Hey, I don't think you can underestimate Jordan's effectiveness off the drive. I mean, he's got really good mobility, underrated mobility for a big guy.
Here's Green. Jackson passes to Williams. Back to Jackson. From the arc. Shot clock at 5. Shamet on the wing. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Tie game in Brooklyn. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win.
Craig, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Jermichael Green, Patrick Beverly out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Harrell in the center.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Green. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Karis LeVert comes in for Harris. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Out to the wing. Beverly wide open. A shot's good on the assist by George. Beverly's got 5 points so far.
Beverly looking to score as soon as he gets the ball now, so you can't give him any room.
Stolen by Beverly. Jackson finds Green. Back to Jackson. Stolen by LeVert. And here is Jordan. 6 points for him. Irving looking for an opening. To stop the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Zubats. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 6 on the shot clock. Beverly the pass to Zubats. Nobody near George. Offline with his 3. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And good that time. And the Nets lead by 1.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game. Well, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
Zubats kicks to George. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Outside for Jordan. Pass to LeVert. Over Jackson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid is only played 1 year in college. He's shown you that he can defend at a high level. And he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
Now, here is George. After the miss from Reggie Jackson, and out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Man, he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way, and gets the position he needs to make a play.
So for the Nets, Kevin Durant comes in for Jordan, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Luwawu. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Kawhi Leonard in for Jackson. Nailed from three-point land.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irvin has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc.
Leonard the pass to George. Out to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Zubats plus second chance points on the tip-in.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great positioning.
And KD's got the ball here for the Nets. The dish now to Allen. Back to Durant. Wide open look. Kept alive. Allen passes to Irving. It's LeVert on the wing. Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Allen. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Brooklyn ahead, leading by just 2. And now we'll send it over to David. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the... Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. And Beverly kicks to George. Back to Beverly. The pass to George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jared Allen. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Allen in the post. Zubac's defending. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers shooting well, 50% from the floor. Morris passes to Leonard. Zubac against Irving. Irving with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Allen. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Boy, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Here's LeVert. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. And now a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
The second chance effort and the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. The Clippers also making some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Dinwiddie with the steal. Pull-up jumper. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. To the middle. Out to Harris. Pass to Dinwiddie. Second shot opportunity. No good from Durant.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Harrell dishes to George. And oh, he jams it right over Jared Allen. Wow!
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
And a wide open look for Irving. That one wide left.
I guess even he has is one of those once in a while. Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area. Well, I love to see Joe Harris not settling, instead choosing to be opportunistic and mixing up his offensive attack.
Down low and stolen by Harrell. Nobody near Leonard. They get it again, and he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 11 points.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Shamet kicks to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Williams. Outside Leonard. Dishes to Harrell. The shot's good.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
Here's Temple. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Temple's got the lead back up to 4 now for Brooklyn. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Harrell. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's KD. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Nets lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The kick out to Williams. Outside Leonard. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Clippers have looked good at the line, and they're perfect in 4 attempts.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Some changes for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Durant. Karis LeVert comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Crawford in for Garrett Temple. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Pass to Shamet. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Shamet's got his 2nd basket. Crawford left side. Over Beverly. No good on the last second attempt there. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nets lead by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Clippers trail by 3. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's Shamet in at the small forward position. Here's Beverly, and it's sent back by Allen.
It's really hard to shoot over Allen, which is probably why you shouldn't try to do it.
LeVert finds Irving. Allen in the post. Harrell on him from 6 feet. And the rejection by Harrell. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Paul George in for Lou Williams. Allen against Harrell. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
At the line for 2.
And he can't hit the 2nd. Clippers trail by 3. And that one's good. Beverly.
Seeing George spread the wealth and picking up the assist, I think he's a better player when he's sharing the ball like that.
Knocked loose. Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. And that one's good. Shamet. And the Clippers lead by 1. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Neither team here in the 4th generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
To the middle. Now Morris. Inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Johnson, the pass to Harris. From downtown, hits the 3-point bomb.
You know, knocking down the 3 guys, that's one of the premier 3-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
Pass to George. And here is Shamet, guarded by Prince, and the wide-open shot from Morris. Buries the long-range jumper. Morris has got 5 points now this quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The first one falls, and a new group in for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. Karis LeVert's checked in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Irving's checked in for the Nets. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
And despite being a little guy, Beverly knows how to step up big. Terrific at delivering when his team needs an important basket.
Irving kicks to LeVert. From deep. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. And George, here we go. Leonard. No good there. Dinwiddie with some nice D. And that one's good. Durant.
And we've seen Durant now hit big shots before. He's no stranger to the moment. Actually, this guy relishes the moment.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Durant.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. LeVert kicks to Allen. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 8th rebound here tonight. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Marquise, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Williams is checked in for the Clippers.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Irving against George. Here's Durant. That one, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And George kicks to Williams. Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. It counts.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Irving. Allen trying to break free. Irving can't get it to go. And here is Los Angeles now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. There's the pass to Zubats. Morris kicks to Leonard. On the wing, Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Offensive rebound. Here's Dinwiddie. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Zubats finds Morris. Here's Leonard. Fires the 3. No good. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They seem to relish. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
off the court as well. When I came into the league in 2018, I was blessed with the opportunity to start at point guard right away. When you're a point guard, you don't really have a choice but to be a leader on the court. I try to put my teammates in the positions to succeed. I try to be an extension of coach on the court, initiating our offense, keeping the energy going from tip-off to the final buzzer. I lead my team on the court.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And the task, and the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. Pass to Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch 4.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Outside Leonard to the paint. Out to Morris. Three-pointer. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Leonard. Millsap with the steal.
And, you know, you could see him bait him into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
5 on the clock. Leonard with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Over in the corner, Beverley. And the Clippers miss again. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
And George, here we go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zubac finds Morris. For Murray. Morris, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's sent back by George. To the inside. Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Millsap misses.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Zubac. Back to Leonard. Outside for George. Inside. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's Beverley missing. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 1.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
For Denver, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. This is to Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of guard position, it is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. Craig kicks to Murray. Now the pass to Porter. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Baseline J on the way. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Denver in the lead. The feed to Murray. That one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Murray outside. Here's Jokic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Torrey Craig. Plumlee with the steal. And Murray, here we go. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Green passes to Harrell. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's all tied in Denver. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Just catching up with Montrezl Harrell, we mentioned his activity level.
That's what I play with, a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and, you know.
Greg, I know you agree. Few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
You got Jeremy Grant. Monte Morris is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Porter in at the small forward position. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And it's Green missing. The Nuggets on offense. Here's Grant, the kick out to Porter. Back to Grant. Passes it to Plumlee. 5 to shoot. Now here's Porter. He's covered by Shamet. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Back to Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Will Barton, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Gary Harris in for Murray. Harris dishes to Plumlee. Back to Harris. And the rejection by Harrell.
What a block by Montrezl Harrell, twice on the pipes.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. It's Barton with the drive. Here's Plumlee. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Harrell. And the foul on Will Barton. That's foul number 2 for him. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Jackson passes to Williams. Green taking his time here. On the wing, Jackson, covered by Morris. 5 on the clock. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Green. Barton with some nice D. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And it's Harris off the drive. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Williams kicks to Jackson. To the paint for Shamet, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Torrey Craig in for Morris. The Clippers also changing it up. Morris is checked in for Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Floats it up for Jokic. Tries to keep it alive. Harris with it. Picked up by Harris. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley making it easy for his teammate to score.
Over to the wing. Jokic inside, covered by Morris. Stolen by Beverley. And here we go. Fast break. Beverley's got it. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Barton passes to Millsap. The kick out to Barton. Over Beverley. Barton, no luck. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Morris. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
Got it off in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far through the first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level. And that should...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Murray finds Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The crafty veteran likes seeing Millsap be aggressive and really force the defense to get physical.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Porter comes in for Barton. And Morris subbed in for Harris. And then for Los Angeles, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubats. Landry Shamet comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. To the middle, here's Jokic. The offensive rebound. Millsap with it. Leonard picks him up. They shoot again. Millsap misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Leonard dishes to Morris. Shamet the pass to Green. Williams looking around. He feeds it to Green. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Morris. Millsap's got 12 in the game.
Just so many lead changes. Nobody's held an advantage for long.
And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Shamet with the rebound. The Clippers trail. Williams dishes to Morris. That one good for 2. Morris has got his second bucket.
Well, the threat to score is real when Lou Williams has the ball, but he uses that to set up his passing game.
Here's Murray up on top. Pass to Jokic. It's deflected. It's stolen by Green. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And he misses the fast break layup. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Outside Porter. There's the triple. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Shamet kicks to Morris. He dishes it to Leonard. Jokic with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. And the rejection by Leonard.
Well, tremendous intimidation and shot blocking by Kawhi Leonard. How nice is that?
And Green slams it in.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Plumlee comes in for Jokic, and it's Grant in for Paul Millsap. The Clippers also making some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Marcus Morris, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Leonard. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. They get a hand on it, and here are the Clippers now. Green, the pass to Jackson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
Plumlee dishes to Morris. Back to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Harrell finds Shamet. Clippers moving the ball around. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Here we go, one-on-one. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket for Murray.
can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the jets in the open floor.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Michael Porter. Gary Harris comes in for Murray. And it's Will Barton in for Monte Morris. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Green. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams.
You know, two things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
Harrell the pass to George. Here's Zubac. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The Nuggets trail by 3. They've got Harris. Grant is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Craig in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Jackson dishes to Harrell. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Harris passes to Plumlee. It's Barton with the drive, and Barton throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Out left to the wing. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And here is Los Angeles now. It's a 3-point game.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Clippers leading by 5. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And Harrell slams it in.
Throw it up and let Montrezl Harrell finish.
And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Stolen by Beverly. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Jackson throws it down hard.
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game. Staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
And that one drops.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Harrell kicks to Jackson. Pass to George. Intercepted. And here we go. Here's Barton. The shot misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his 1st foul of the game. Jokic has checked in for Denver. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Leonard's checked in. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Plumlee. Michael Porter comes in for Torrey Craig. And Murray's subbed in for Will Barton. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And it's Harrell missing. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Murray. Count it.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there. Doing everything he can to rally his team.
Beverly finds Leonard. And here is Morris. And the pass to Leonard for the 3. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Out to Harris. Porter in the corner. Lets the 3 fly. Paul George grabs the miss.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Count that one.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
Here's Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
On the wing, George. A 3 from Morris. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets trail by 8. Murray right side. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Out to Morris. Launches a 3. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Porter, no luck. Now the Clippers with it. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Offensive rebound. Outside for George. Passes to Beverly. Back to Morris. Takes the 3. Again the miss by Morris. 32 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and it's good off the back rim and in.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open team.
Leonard with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Pass to Beverly. All sorts of time. That shot misses. And so Los Angeles takes the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For
But just as important to me is leading people to the ballot box this November. There's an election coming up, a big one. I'm here to tell you that every vote matters. I'm telling you as someone who used to think the opposite. I had just turned 18 during the last presidential election, and I didn't fully grasp how important it was to exercise my right to vote. This time, I understand what's at stake this election season. Now, more than ever, my vote.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. G8.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, they've got Morris. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Beverly. Now Morris. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from three-point range.
And so invaluable to your offense to have somebody like Klay Thompson spacing the floor.
I've said it, and I'll keep saying it's the most underrated player in the league. Shooting 42% from beyond the arc for his career now. But what's amazing is in 8 full years, he's never shot below 40 from 3 in one single season. And he'll lock you down on D. Few players, if any, can claim that.
Now here's Beverly. And stolen by Chris. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Deflects the pass. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. And the rejection by Curry.
Oh, look at that. You see, that shows what kind of athlete Curry is. His quickness to the ball. Get that shot out of here.
Pass to Chris. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
George passes to Zubats. Takes it out to Leonard. Rocket 6. Ball's knocked loose. Curry with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry leading the charge.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Back to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Los Angeles with another miss. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Curry looking it over. And the basket is good.
Yeah, maybe you would think Steph would be thrown off by some contact, but think again. Just too good of a finisher in close. Too much feel for the bucket.
Morris with the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Thompson outside. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. He gets that one.
Oh, that's a great pass by Thompson. You see the skill, the craft. He's adept at finding open guys.
It's George on the wing. The 3. That shot missing. And Golden State will come the other way. And here we go. Warriors running again. Thompson from long range. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Jermichael Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamet checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Pass to Toscano. Off target from outside.
He forgets about him on the perimeter. They're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. 1:22 left to play here in the first. They swipe it. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Toscano. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Now here's Harrell. Shamet the pass to Harrell. And it's Looney with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Wiggins down low. Looney with the bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Harrell kicks to Shamet. Outside Williams. Ripped away. And it's the Warriors on the break. The pass to Toscano. Here's Looney. Here's Poole. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Pascal. Makes it off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's tipped. Harrell the pass to Jackson. Back to Harrell. Up and in from the low block.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by a dozen. So, Greg, as you know, we asked Steph Curry, a great self-motivator.
Oh, my wife, for sure. No, never.
Sounds like he's got a good team, both at home and right here in front of us.
Steph has already put up a Hall of Fame career, but you can tell he doesn't feel anywhere near being done.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. They've got Andrew Wiggins, and it's Toscano in at the small forward. Jackson looking around. Harrell. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Now here's Pascal. Passes it to Toscano. On the wing, Wiggins. Pascal kicks to Wiggins. Golden State moving it around. Puts the move on, and he lays it up and in. Smailagic has got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
And last year, Pascal had to do more than probably was expected of him. But this year, a much different story.
Well, even in college, he played a more complementary role to stars around. Well, the Warriors have a lot of stars, and Pascal is really thriving in his role.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
A different look for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Jermichael Green. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Now here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. Pass to Smailagic. Jackson kicks to Morris. There's the lob to Jackson. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Green taking his time here. On the wing, Thompson. And the three ball is good. Thompson's got 6 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category ball movement has been flawless.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for Reggie Jackson. Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here's Curry. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Morris. And Curry has it in the corner. To the middle. Thompson against Leonard. Thompson passes to Chris. And Chris throws it down.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
Leonard kicks to Beverly. Back to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Inside. Looking to end the run. It's blocked. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Toscano passes to Curry. Beyond the arc. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Zubac finds George. Back to Zubac. The shot will not fall. The Warriors go the other way with it. And here they go. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
I expect to see Bigfoot outside the building if Curry misses 1 or 2 free throws in the game. That's how good he is at the line.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Curry, here we go. Over in the corner. Looney. Curry kicks to Chris. For 3. Curry can't get it to go.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Outside, George. Out to the right wing. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Out to Morris. Shot clock at 5. A 3 from Leonard. He can't get that one, so Golden State will take it the other way.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Curry with a wide-open look. And the Warriors miss again.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And it's George finishing it off.
And a little verticality there from George, not to mention the timing between those two on the alley-oop.
Stolen by Thompson. Looney, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Thompson from long range sinks the triple. Thompson's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Warriors.
End-to-end, Thompson is very difficult to match up.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Golden State did not hesitate to set the pace, showing tremendous urgency and a ton of energy. And that should do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Now, here's Thompson. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Good on the triple. Curry's got 10.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Clippers moving the ball around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wow, look at Morris, just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up with him.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Jackson misses.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. Wiggins surveying the floor. Over Harrell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And this is encouraging. Wiggins looking committed to shooting and forcing the D to compromise.
Williams, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And the Warriors also making a change. Pascal's checked in. Clippers shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Leonard kicks to Harrell. The pass to Williams. In the corner. Shamet with it. From outside, off the mark.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Passes it to Poole. And the rejection by Harrell.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
He's looking for Williams and finds him. Outside Jackson. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Green. Harrell the pass to Williams. Here's Shamet. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Harrell. Shamet kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now, here's Pascal. Right wing. 1:58 left in the third quarter. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Williams.
And don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Poole the pass to Green. Here's Poole. He's guarded by Williams. And Poole gets it to go. 1:29 left in the third quarter of the game. Left side Jackson. Pass to Shamet. On the wing Williams. Back to Shamet. On the wing Williams. Pass to Harrell. Pascal with the steal. To the paint. The pass to Poole. And 1:01 left here in the third quarter. Pascal inside. Harrell on him.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
There's the lob to Jackson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Poole. Passes to Smilagic. Stolen by Jackson. There's the dish to Leonard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. Chris kicks to Curry. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Oh, lots of contact that time, but Steph with the great body control.
Beverly finds Green. Here's Beverly. Leonard, that's for 2. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Leonard's got 8 points. It'll count. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Looney. And it's Toscano in at the 3, the small forward. Left side, George. To the left wing. Stolen. Here's the break. Here's Curry. Pass to Looney. Thompson with it. Outside Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Looney. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Toscano. Rebound by the Clippers. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Eric Paschall, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stolen by Thompson. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And Thompson throws it down.
Look, the feel for the game that Thompson has is special. You see the connection he has with his teammates on these alley-oops.
Back to Leonard. Zubac kicks to George. To the right side. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Up top, Curry. Thompson passes to Paschall. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Taking the opportunity to explode to the bucket and punish the rim. Thompson, he'll take the easy ones when he can get them.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That one is off.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Bowman passes to Lee. Top of the key, Looney. And there's the pass to Bowman. Here's Smailagic. Shoots over Zubac. Smailagic misses. Now the Clippers moving it up. Zubac the pass to Patterson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. To the inside. Just 5 on the clock. Chalk up 2 there.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Here's Smailagic. Passes it to Mulder. That shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Patterson, banked in off the glass. Patterson's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
To the wing right side. Here's Smilagic. He gets it in there.
He gets it to him off the bounce pass and gets the assist.
Here's Leonard. Yep, that one goes in there.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Pass to Bowman. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Looney, and it goes down 2 points.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Klay Thompson.
Well, the biggest impact he had was with his on-the-ball defense. Such quick hands. His steals added up to a lot of extra possessions.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Patterson finds Zubats. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And so it's Golden State with it. It's Curry outside, drills the three-pointer.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Green, the pass to Chris, outside Curry. From deep three-point range, and another 3 for Golden State.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Williams kicks to Magruder. Inside. Here's Mulder. It's off. So we see the Warriors taking the game here to come into an opponent's building and dominate. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber.
ever. My vote, your vote, every vote matters. I was lucky enough to have my team help me and my teammates all get registered. It was kind of a cool way for us to kind of bond, and just another memory we'll be able to have and be able to share down the road with our kids and things like that. So it's definitely a memory, and it's something special for me because it's my first time, and I know it's special to a lot of people on our team. Not everyone has that support.
So the next starting five. Durant plays the four with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. And for Los Angeles, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center position. Now here's Durant. Outside Irving. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Pass to George. Now here's Zubats. Morris finds Zubats. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Now here's George. Dinwiddie covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zubats, that's good.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Nets. And a wide open look for Irving. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now here's Leonard. Here's Morris. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
And then Durant with the jam.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Morris passes to Beverley. Hits it from three-point range. Beverley's got 5.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Irving for 3. Drops in the tray. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
Well, he's seeing everything right now. Fantastic job pulling the trigger when he's open.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Passes it to George. Zubats with it, covered by Irving. Beverley wide open. Misses the 3. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Leonard inside. LeVert defending. And here's George for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the three-point line.
Morris against Durant. Allen outside. It's LeVert on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Zubats finds Beverley. To the middle. It's tipped. Puts it up from 17 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Irving, good.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
Leonard, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Irving passes to Allen. There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. This is his first free throw of the game.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Joe Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Jackson. Back to Williams. Shamet on the wing. He dishes it to Green. 6 to shoot. Williams passes to Harrell. The shot, no good. Good D by Jordan. Prince dishes to Dinwiddie. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
He got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. He finishes with some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
We've got Montrezl Harrell. Landry Shamet is out there with Jermichael Green. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, that break started by Jordan Steele. Long arms helping to get into the passing lane.
And Luwawu Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside for Jackson. Shamet with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. From deep, Williams. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, how about the power from DJ there, slamming it down.
And after some time over in France and the G League, Jermichael Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Shamet bangs home the trifecta. Shamet's got his first 3 points of the game.
Shamet locked in right now, scoring the ball well and staying aggressive.
Prince finds Harris. Back to Prince. Here's the three. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. Jackson in the corner. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Right side, Williams. Green, the pass to Shamet. Jackson looking around. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Brooklyn leading by 4. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball.
Well, when you're given the ball as much as Lou Williams has gotten it through the years, he's experienced enough to make those kind of plays.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to Temple. Here's Luwawu. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Outside for Jackson. The three. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Temple the pass to Prince. Here's Luau. On the way, Harris. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Green finds Williams. Back to Green. And here is Harrell. And stolen by Jordan. It up for Jordan. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, how many times do we see highlights like this? DeAndre Jordan loves bringing the hammer.
And stolen by Prince. Jordan against Jackson. And Jordan gets it to go. And now a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Nets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
That's good from Harris. So for the Nets, Kevin Durant's checked in for Prince. Harris LeVert comes in for Luau Cabarro. And Irving subbed in for Garrett Temple. And Beverly kicks to George. Left side, Leonard. They need this. They grab their own miss. There's the pass to Morris. Now here's Beverly. Leonard dishes to Beverly. Down low. Irving with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, if the biggest guy can get out in transition, and you can't recognize that, DeAndre Jordan, a beautiful job out on the break.
Back to Beverly. A 3 from Leonard. Morris kicks to Leonard. Over in the corner, Beverly. The 3 ball. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's LeVert, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Beverly, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Brooklyn with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 11 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway? And that does it for our halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot.
And he has gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity. Powers through for the bucket. Gets a chance to tack on another point at the free throw line.
Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the two teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the three and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. Irving passes to Allen. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Morris kicks to Zubats. Back to Morris. Durant with the steal. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. And Allen slams it in.
Long arms, quick hands, deadly combination forces that turnover to jumpstart the break.
Back to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Morris passes to Zubats. Leonard with no one around. And again, no good by the Clippers.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board. He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
Outside Leonard. It's George on the wing. Pass to Beverly. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, we've all seen it. The mobility, the wingspan of Durant. Seriously, how are you going to stop him on an alley-oop?
Back to George. Morris outside. And George kicks to Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. Morris into the lane. And no good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Back to LeVert. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
KD with the bucket.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Leonard kicks to George. In the corner, it's Morris. Pass to Beverly. Leonard on the wing from past the arc. Rebounded by the Nets.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Outside, George. Out to the right wing. Here's Beverly, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. JaMychal Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for George. And Beverly kicks to Shamet. Pass to Beverly. Here's Green. The rebound by Prince. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Harris dishes to Jordan. Good on the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Got a piece of it. Shamet finds Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
23 seconds left in the third. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Harrell kicks to Jackson. And so it's Brooklyn in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And they've created a And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Patrick Patterson is out there with Green. And there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Jackson passes to Patterson. Green taking his time here. Back to Magruder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Magruder's got his first 2 points.
That's about focus, and Rodney Magruder had it on that play.
Johnson dishes to Temple. Back to Johnson. The shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Man passes to Patterson. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Johnson outside. Jacks up a 3. Another miss by Johnson. The Clippers shooting in this game 45%. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Temple. Patterson defending. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn.
That's his second personal foul.
Harrell finds Leonard. Morris right side. Here's Jackson. Puts up a 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 6 rebounds in the game. LeVert the pass to Allen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And his teammates love this. When Allen is aggressive trying to score, really puts pressure on the opposing defense.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
You know, such a remarkable scorer. Kyrie has such a quick trigger that D has no chance there.
On the wing, George. This one for 3. LeVert grabs the miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Dinwiddie dishes to Durant. Pulls up. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Harrell kicks to George. Morris outside. To the paint. Clock at 6. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
This is what happens when you put the hard work in, as Harrell is impacting the game.
Net shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kyrie Irving.
Now, serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
The pass to Durant. Fires the three. They get it back. And another shot. LeVert the pass to Allen. Back to LeVert. Outside Irving. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Inside, here's George. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
The wide open look for Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Now the dish to George. Back to Morris. Over Durant, and Durant sends it back.
The large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Out.
want to be a voting rights advocate for everyone who's eligible to vote. It's why I've teamed up with morethanavote.org to help spread awareness and help raise the importance of exercising your right to vote. In basketball, you want to have a game plan heading into the game. Voting is no different. I'm doing my best to educate myself, like reading up on local elections.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the center position. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4 slot. Now here's Beverley. Down low, here's Zubac. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Here's Murray, and he lays it straight in.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Leonard the pass to George. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target with his 3. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
About a minute played so far here in the first. On the wing, Morris. 3-pointer. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Barton, no luck.
There's the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Zubac finds Morris. George looking over the floor. Shot clock at 5. Here's Zubac, and it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Now, here is Morris. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Here's Morris after the Nuggets pick up 2. Beverley wide open. It's good from long range.
Right in Beverley's wheelhouse, finding space. Quick release off the catch. Money.
Here's Jokic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now, here's Beverley. Back to George. Here's Beverley. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And that one's good. Millsap. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For the Clippers, Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Paul George. Denver also making some changes. Porter's checked in for Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Harris.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Denver also making some changes. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Now here's Porter. It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. Second-round pick, started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine.
Now here's Porter to the middle. Craig. Here's Plumlee. And the rejection by Harrell. Shamet, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson, staying patient, surveying the court, and locates the open man.
It's stolen by Green. Now the Clippers moving it up. Porter with a block. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Grant, that's good.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. In the corner, Harrell with it. To the inside, Green. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, Jermichael Green is extremely gifted down low. A solid post threat who can get the job done down there.
And no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. We've got Montrezl Harrell. Williams is out there with Jackson. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Green in at the 4-man position.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Williams finds Jackson. Back to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Passes it to Jackson. Williams with the ball. To the middle. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Nuggets leading by 3. Morris into the lane. They grab their own miss. Here's Plumlee. And the rejection by Harrell. Inside, there's Shamet. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The playmaking of Reggie. A work in progress, but looking good right there.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And it's tied up with that one.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, GA, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters. And for a big guy, Harrell's quick off his feet. He can block shots inside and on the perimeter.
Williams kicks to Green. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. For the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Green. And George is subbed in for Landry Shamet. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Barton comes in for Michael Porter. Harris is checked in for Torrey Craig. And Murray subbed in for Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. Jackson, that's good.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close. So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Williams passes to Harrell. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jackson. And Denver also making a switch. Paul Millsap is checked in for Grant. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Millsap.
A rugged finish from Millsap, undeterred by the defense.
It's stolen by Harris. Here's Murray. And Jokic slams it in.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time. And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Now, here's George. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Leonard dishes to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. On the wing, George. Shot clock at 6. Leonard the pass to Morris. It's 2-on-1. Jumps up, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Millsap running the break like a guard.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Leonard finds Harrell. Over in the corner, Beverly launches it. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And here is Murray. Pass to Jokic. Millsap with it. Floats it up for Jokic. And the turnover again by Denver.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Torrey Craig comes in for Harris. The pass to Beverly. Now Zubac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, JaMychal Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Paul George. And then for Denver, Plumlee comes in for Jokic. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Shamet the pass to Green. Goes back up. And it's Zubac laying it in. Zubac has got the lead up to 7 outs for Los Angeles.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a... And that does it for our halftime show.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the one. And he gets the bucket. Barton's got his first basket. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like it.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
The putback, it's hauled in by the Clippers. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Morris into the lane. Leonard. George passes to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Morris against Millsap. Over in the corner, Beverly. Over Harris. Now, here's Zubats. G right on him. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Harris against George. Harris kicks to Barton. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Denver needs to get off his shot. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A different look for the Clippers. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Denver with a change here, too. Grant's checked in. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
And there it is for him.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Barton against Williams. On the wing, Morris. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Clippers have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And the technical free throw is good.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Harrell, the pass to Zubats, kicks it out to Leonard. From outside the arc, offensive rebound. Three-pointer. No good that time. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Grant. Reggie Jackson with the rebound, and it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So, for the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kawhi Leonard.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants. You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Porter passes to Grant. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And now just a 4-point Clipper lead. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Jermichael Green, undrafted out of Alabama, played in the D-League and France, but he solidified himself as a quality NBA big man.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Clippers now. Clippers leading by 6. Jackson dishes to Williams. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Using his athleticism in the paint, Lou beats everyone to the punch.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. And Porter, here we go. And he banks in the layup.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Harrell finds Jackson. Shamet on the wing. Back to Jackson. Pass to Green. Porter with the steal. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Grant's got 6 in the quarter. LA's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver.
A big man with great lift. Montrezl Harrell loves playing above the rim.
Morris passes to Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Clippers on top, up 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Beverly in at point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And can't get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
A different look for Denver. Martin comes in for Porter. And it's Gary Harris in for Torrey Craig.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Tipped away and stolen by Murray. Harris inside, defended by Beverly. Harris passes to Jokic, stolen by Beverly, and they're pushing it up. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Floats it up for Jokic, stolen by Beverly. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball. Morris outside. Down low, outside for George. Passes it to Morris. To the paint, 5 on the clock. Jokic with the steal. Here's Harris, and the shot goes in. And it's 6 points for Gary Harris.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
The Clippers trail. Pass to Harrell. Beverly with the ball. Now Shamet. The feed to Morris. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Murray left side. Shamet with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's George. Good. And it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Denver shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Clippers leading by 3. Morris outside, and the foul on Will Barton. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Montrezl Harrell, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Landry Shamet. George with no one around, and good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Here's Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
That's what you expect from Paul Millsap, delivering with the big shot.
Floats it up for Murray. Stolen by Zubac. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Murray, the pass to Jokic, the 8-footer, and Denver again with the bucket.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Jokic with the steal. Left side, Harris. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Porter's checked in for Barton. On defense, the Clippers. Murray left side. Back to Porter. Millsap in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. And they're unable to get the time basket there. Los Angeles leading by 3.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Murray against Beverly. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach gets to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Back to Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Now, Jokic. Millsap in the corner. The Nuggets with another miss. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Patterson with it. 5 to shoot. Pushing it up. And the wide open shot from Morris. Buries the corner 3. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And it falls.
Nice retort by Reggie Jackson. He's one of those guys you don't want to let him get hot.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.